Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. On the Chainlink chart, the price has so far not given us any sign of a pullback really. However, things are getting somewhat promising because honestly, the price is now high enough for that C wave down, should it happen, to clearly end above Fibonacci support. Let me explain that. I'm tracking two scenarios. I mean, it's basically one scenario, right? We expect this to be a third wave top here that formed on the 21st of July, and then a fourth wave pullback, and that pullback might have completed already here on the 24th of July. In that case, we're already in a direct breakout. I'm tracking similar scenarios for Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. Or we are in the broader wave 4, so that means we could just test it again. That's not a must, but could happen, and then expect higher from there. You see, also in this scenario here at the moment, the focus is on higher prices, yeah, with the potential of a pullback. If it happens, it could be an opportunity, because in the yellow scenario, or rather let's call it yellow variation of the scenario, because again, the scenario is that this is a wave 4, which might have bottomed, but it might also get another pullback if the market pulls back today. There is still plenty of room. But obviously the condition is that we're holding above $16.08, right? That's the main impulse support that it shows on the chart. That's the main support, like the pivot that helps us distinguish between bullish and bearish momentum. Now, what I have to say is that as long as we're holding above that level, the overall focus is on higher prices, whatever the market is doing on the nano level, really. But if we get a pullback, and it is likely wave C in yellow, right, then very often the A wave and the C wave would have a similar length, same length, and the 100% extension points to 1658, and the 38.2 retracement, which is also an ideal target, is at 1698. So that would be an ideal target area here, this region, to complete the correction before we go higher. However, if we push much higher from here and also break above resistance at $19.92, it becomes more obvious that the market might take the direct route higher. In that case, I think we have to track a diagonal structure to the upside, because the move up here from the Thursday low is initially just a 3-wave move. So it could be wave 1, wave 2, and then this is an A, B, C. And then, we could grind higher like that. Maybe it's going to form the next 5-wave move up, but it's going to be tricky to identify for now. I've just placed here the 50% retracement level at 1833. I would probably call it rather weak support. This is just like a first indication that tells us that a local top has formed, because throughout the entire weekend, the market sort of was working on this B wave without any sign of a pullback, and kind of, I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's just like very shallow pullbacks only, and any break here below that 50% retracement at 1833 could at least be a first indication that the B wave has formed the top. At the moment, there is no evidence for such a top, but a little bit of a pullback, small, and so it's too small to really give us clarity. But we have very clear levels to watch here, and yeah, it's looking quite promising in terms of upside continuation. So that's the update on Link. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates. I'll leave the link in the description and the comment section, but here you get additional charts analyzed. You can ask questions. I'll be there after this video to answer questions if you have any. Feel free to follow us here for much more content. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.